I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin. Drinking, maybe fornication. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party.
Rumors about TD Jakes being involved in these various situations and so forth. Not to say it's real.
No, listen.
I'm not saying it's real, but TD Jakes was trending.
And I shook my head, not to say that's ridiculous. I shook my head to say, unfortunately, I don't put nothing past nobody no more.
TD Jakes finds himself confronted by his past, indicating that he still faces uncertainties ahead. Bishop T.D. Jakes departed from the traditional pulpit setting and took center stage at the Grand First Baptist Church of Glen Arden International in January. Rather than remaining stationary, he moved dynamically, clad in a sharp dark suit with a striped tie, grasping a portable microphone that shifted between his hands. Addressing a congregation predominantly comprised of African Americans gathered for the annual revival launch, as well as clergy and choir members positioned on the expansive platform, Bishop Jakes delivered his sermon on January 5th with his characteristic captivating style. The Dallas-based televangelist's message uplifted the spirits of the audience, proclaiming, "The Holy Spirit sent me all the way to the DMV to deliver this message. This is your year to pivot," prompting cheers and ovations from the Washington, D.C. crowd, many of whom rose to their feet. He emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself with individuals who can adapt, as they may still perceive the individual as they once were, rather than who they have become. Despite delving into the biblical narrative of Joshua succeeding Moses, it's noteworthy that just 2 weeks prior, whispers circulating on social media hinted at potential changes in Bishop Jakes' own leadership role. While some of his ministries and enterprises issued statements addressing the rumors, Bishop T.D. Jakes seemed to downplay them as minor hiccups rather than significant issues. T.D. Jakes' influence has experienced considerable growth from his modest beginnings as a storefront pastor in West Virginia. Since relocating to Dallas in 1996 and establishing the Potter's House, which has evolved into a non-denominational megachurch boasting numerous facilities and over 30,000 members, according to the Dallas Morning News. Time magazine even speculated in 2001 whether this itinerant evangelist might be the next Billy Graham. Fast forward to the present, and he not only oversees multiple ministries and enterprises, but also mingles with top executives and esteemed celebrities. However, such extensive connections inevitably invite scrutiny, including some tantalizing rumors. Anthea Butler, chair of religious studies at the University of Pennsylvania, expressed concerns in an MSNBC article in May regarding Bishop T.D. Jakes' decade-long involvement with Wells Fargo and Company, which he asserted was aimed at addressing certain concerns in her analysis. Butler raised concerns about T.D. Jakes potentially unintentionally undermining the very community he aims to uplift by collaborating with a financial giant like Wells Fargo, a company frequently criticized for racially biased lending practices. She likened this collaboration to entrusting the defense of the henhouse to the fox. Kelly Cornish assumed the role of CEO of the T.D. Jakes Foundation in April, transitioning from her previous position as a diversity, equity, and inclusion leader at Wells Fargo. She now spearheads initiatives focused on creating tangible impact, such as constructing 300 affordable homes within a new complex in Atlanta, complete with amenities like stores and schools. Additionally, efforts are underway to establish a much-needed grocery store in a disadvantaged area outside the city. In a recent interview with Religion News Service, Cornish addressed criticisms by emphasizing the necessity of collaboration for meaningful change. She acknowledged past missteps, but underscored the Foundation's commitment to rectifying course and fostering community impact. Meanwhile, Bishop T.D. Jakes has faced allegations of sexual misconduct at events associated with hip-hop entrepreneur Diddy Combs. Unsubstantiated reports, including TikTok and YouTube videos, have circulated accusing Jakes of engaging in homosexual activity at these gatherings. Additionally, a talk show host accused him of inappropriate conduct toward a young man. These allegations have prompted criticism, with some remarking that Jakes' actions are tarnishing the image of Christians. Regarding those events, yes, I recall being present at the white parties in the Hamptons, where individuals would often adjourn to separate rooms for various activities, not all of which were conducted in public view. However, times have evidently changed, with men openly engaging in displays of affection. T.D. Jakes, age 66, was not available for an interview during the early January revival. Nonetheless, he indirectly addressed the allegations during his Christmas Eve sermon, reiterating his commitment to preaching truth from the pulpit. He hinted at the possibility of addressing the accusations more directly in the future. When requested for a statement, T.D. Jakes' ministry responded unequivocally, denouncing the charges as unfounded and baseless. Jordan A. Hora, the executive director of public relations and communications for T.D. Jakes Ministries and the Potter's House, condemned the dissemination of misinformation and reiterated T.D. Jakes' dedication to his global mission of
He
compassion.
making the Christians look real bad right about now.
And you been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah, I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. You know, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms, and they wasn't doing that out in the public. But now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this.
Dubois, CEO of Values Partnerships and a recent collaborator with Jake on mental health initiatives for Black and Hispanic men, echoed these sentiments in a January interview. He praised Jake as a leader who prioritizes enduring truths over fleeting cultural conflicts. In 2022, Cora Coleman, Bishop T.D. Jakes' eldest daughter, made headlines when she filed for divorce from her husband, Richard Coleman. The situation escalated when Richard faced accusations of sexually assaulting their adopted daughter. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous period for Cora and Richard. In June 2011, Cora had a stunning wedding ceremony where her father not only escorted her down the aisle, but also officiated the event, garnering attention, especially when images circulated of Cora radiant in custom-made, sparkling Christian Louboutin pumps. Despite facing challenges, particularly regarding infertility, the couple opted for adoption and joyfully welcomed 2 children into their family: Amori, a daughter, and Jason, a son. Their openness about their adoption journey led them to become motivational speakers, advocating for the destigmatization of adoption. However, in January 2022, Cora surprised many by announcing their separation. In her statement, she emphasized the importance of privacy and requested prayers for her and her children's well-being. At the time, the specific reasons for the divorce remained undisclosed, leading to speculation ranging from infidelity to pandemic-related stress. The situation took a distressing turn when allegations emerged, suggesting that Richard had been arrested on charges of child molestation, with reports indicating that the victim was their adopted daughter, who was just 13 years old. According to Larry Reed, a prominent Christian blogger, Richard was apprehended for assaulting their daughter. Sources close to the family hinted at the severity of the abuse, but further details were scarce. May have gone beyond unwanted touching. Richard was arrested on the evening of May 4th following significant claims that shook the community. Was arrested on the evening of May 4th following significant charges that rocked the community. So is T.D. Jake, what he claims to be. Let me know in the comments.